Section 1. The Cosmic Ripple. An Introduction to the Multiplier. Imagine our economy as a dynamic universe of interconnected galaxies of activity. Picture a new investment as a star igniting, its energy influencing everything it touches. This initial spark is like a pebble in a pond with ripples spreading across the economy. The initial splash might seem small, but the overall effect can be surprisingly large. This is the heart of the investment multiplier. How can $1 wisely placed become many? It's a fundamental process of economic interaction. Understanding it helps us navigate our economic cosmos. The investment multiplier shows how initial spending can create jobs, boost incomes, and expand the economic universe. Let's begin our exploration. Section 2. Unveiling the mechanism. What is this economic force? The investment multiplier quantifies how an initial spending injection can lead to a larger increase in economic output. Think of it as an economic amplifier, turning a small signal into a big sound. New money spent becomes income for others, who then spend a portion of it. This chain reaction continues, with each round of spending smaller than the last. The sum of these rounds can be significantly greater than the original investment. The investment multiplier measures this total impact. It shows the power of interconnectedness, how one act of spending ripples outwards. It's a beautiful dance of economic activity, triggering further spending and income. Understanding this helps us see the bigger picture. Section 3. Decoding the numbers, the multiplier formula revealed. Economists use a formula to calculate the size of the multiplier. This formula is crucial in understanding how initial spending can lead to a larger overall economic impact. By analyzing this, we can predict how changes in spending will ripple through the economy. It centers on the marginal propensity to consume, MPC, the fraction of extra income spent. Essentially, it measures how likely people are to spend additional income rather than save it. This behavior is a key driver in the multiplier effect. For instance, if you spend $80 of an extra 100, your MPC is 0.8. This means that 80% of any additional income is being spent on goods and services, fueling further economic activity. The higher the MPC, the larger the multiplier effect. This is because more spending leads to more income for others, who in turn spend a portion of their income, creating a chain reaction of economic activity. The formula K equals 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. This simple yet powerful equation helps us quantify the multiplier effect. 1 minus MPC is the marginal propensity to save, MPS, or leakages like imports or taxes. These leakages represent the portion of income not spent on domestic goods and services. The smaller the leakages, the bigger the multiplier. When less money is saved or spent on imports and taxes, more money circulates within the economy, amplifying the initial spending. If MPC is high, 1 minus MPC is small, resulting in a large multiplier. This means that a high propensity to consume leads to a significant economic boost. Conversely, if much of the money leaks out, the multiplier effect is dampened. High savings rates, taxes, and imports can reduce the overall impact of initial spending. The formula shows the inverse relationship between leakages and the multiplier. As leakages increase, the multiplier effect decreases, highlighting the importance of consumer spending in driving economic growth. Understanding this helps us grasp the economic ripple effect. By recognizing the factors that influence the multiplier, policymakers and economists can better predict and manage economic outcomes, ensuring a more stable and prosperous economy for all. Are you curious to see how a simple investment can multiply into a massive economic impact? Section 4. A simple calculation. Witnessing the multiplier in action. Imagine a government decides to invest $100 million in a significant rail project. This isn't just any investment, it's a strategic move aimed at boosting the economy. Now, let's assume the marginal propensity to consume, or MPC, is 0.8. This means that for every extra dollar people receive, they spend 80 cents and save the remaining 20 cents. Using the multiplier formula, which is K equals 1 divided by 1 minus the MPC, we get K equals 1 divided by 1 minus 0.8. This simplifies to 5. This tells us that the initial investment of $100 million will generate a total increase in GDP of 5 times that amount, which is $500 million. The total impact of this investment is a staggering $500 million. But how does this happen? The initial investment sparks a chain reaction of spending. Construction workers and suppliers receive the initial funds and spend 80% of it on goods and services. These workers and suppliers then spend their earnings on various needs and wants, such as groceries, clothing, and entertainment. This spending becomes income for others, continuing the cycle. As this cycle repeats, the money circulates through the economy multiple times. Each round of spending generates more income and more spending, creating a ripple effect. The cascade of spending adds up over many rounds, leading to the total impact. The initial $100 million invested by the government multiplies through the economy. The extra $400 million generated is the result of the multiplier effect. This is the power of the multiplier in action. This is how the multiplier transforms a modest input into a grand output. It demonstrates the profound impact that strategic investments can have on the overall economy, turning a simple initial expenditure into a significant economic boost. Section 5. Echoes in the real world, how the multiplier shapes economies. The investment multiplier has real tangible effects. Government investments in infrastructure create jobs and demand for materials. Workers and suppliers spend their earnings, supporting local businesses. This spending generates more income and economic activity. It's a virtuous cycle, kick-started by investment. A new factory doesn't just provide jobs, it revitalizes the local economy. Large-scale projects like renewable energy create new sectors of jobs. The economic ripple effect spreads far beyond the initial investment. The multiplier also works in reverse. A decrease in investment can have a negative impact. Understanding this helps policymakers make informed decisions. It nurtures growth and cushions downturns. The multiplier is a powerful tool for shaping economies. Section 6. Footprints in time: historical glimpses of the multiplier effect. The concept of the multiplier effect has been a cornerstone in economic theory and practice for centuries. It illustrates how an initial injection of spending can lead to a more than proportional increase in overall economic activity. History offers grand canvases to observe the multiplier in action. From ancient trade routes to modern financial systems, the multiplier effect has played a pivotal role in shaping economies. It is a phenomenon where an initial amount of spending leads to increased consumption and production, creating a ripple effect throughout the economy. During the Great Depression, Keynes advocated for government spending to revive economies. His revolutionary ideas suggested that during times of economic downturn, increased public expenditure could stimulate demand and pull economies out of recession. This was a radical departure from the then prevailing economic thought that emphasized austerity. Projects like the New Deal injected demand into the economy. Massive infrastructure projects, such as the construction of the Hoover Dam, not only provided immediate employment but also laid the foundation for long-term economic growth. These projects were instrumental in demonstrating the practical application of the multiplier effect. People spent money, creating vital economic ripples. As workers earned wages from these projects, they spent their income on goods and services, which in turn supported other businesses and industries. This cycle of spending and respending amplified the initial economic stimulus, showcasing the power of the multiplier effect. Post-war reconstruction, like the Marshall Plan, used the multiplier to rebuild economies. The Marshall Plan was a significant example of how targeted financial aid could help war-torn nations recover. By providing funds for rebuilding infrastructure and industry, the plan not only restored economic stability, but also fostered international cooperation and growth. The funds helped transform ruins into thriving economies. European cities that were once devastated by war saw remarkable recoveries, with new industries and improved living standards. The multiplier effect was evident as the initial aid led to widespread economic revitalization. More recently, stimulus packages during financial crises aimed to boost demand. In the wake of financial downturns, governments around the world have implemented stimulus measures to prevent economic collapse. These packages are designed to inject liquidity into the economy, encouraging spending and investment. The multiplier effect was crucial in preventing deeper collapses. By stimulating demand, these measures helped stabilize financial markets and restore confidence among consumers and businesses. The positive feedback loop created by the multiplier effect played a key role in economic recovery. The effectiveness of these measures is debated, but the logic relies on the multiplier. Economists continue to discuss the best ways to harness the multiplier effect, weighing the benefits of immediate stimulus against long-term fiscal responsibility. Despite differing opinions, The underlying principle remains that strategic spending can drive economic growth. It reignites economic engines and steers clear of prolonged downturns. By jump-starting production and employment, the multiplier effect helps economies recover more quickly from crises. It ensures that the momentum of economic activity is maintained, reducing the risk of long-term stagnation. The multiplier is a testament to human resilience and economic wisdom. Throughout history, the ability to leverage the multiplier effect has demonstrated the resilience of societies and their capacity to overcome adversity. It highlights the importance of strategic economic planning and the power of collective action. Understanding its historical impact helps us navigate future challenges. By studying the successes and lessons of the past, we can better prepare for future economic challenges. The multiplier effect remains a vital tool in the arsenal of policymakers and economists, guiding us towards sustainable growth and prosperity. Section 7. The other side of the equation, acknowledging limitations. The investment multiplier isn't without complexities and limitations. Its size can be hard to predict, varying with economic factors. Crowding out occurs when government borrowing raises interest rates, reducing private investment. This can dampen the net impact of initial spending. Time lags mean the multiplier effect doesn't happen instantly. Economic conditions might change before the full effect kicks in. The structure of the economy matters. Reliance on imports can shrink the multiplier. These are crucial considerations for policymakers. The multiplier is a powerful tool, but not a one-size-fits-all solution. Understanding its limitations helps us apply it effectively. It's a cosmic dance with timing and economic structure. Policymakers must navigate these complexities to harness its potential. Section 8. When ripples dampen. Criticisms and weakening factors. Some economists question the multiplier's true size in modern economies. Global trade complexity makes it harder to capture all spending rounds. People's behavior plays a role. Uncertainty can lead to increased savings. Higher savings reduce the multiplier effect. Taxation is a leakage from the spending stream, affecting disposable income. The type of government spending matters. Inefficient projects yield smaller multipliers. The quality of the initial investment influences the ripple effect. Not all investments are equal in the economic cosmos. Understanding these factors helps refine the multiplier's application. It's a balancing act for governments to maximize its impact. Criticisms highlight the need for strategic investment choices. You need to hear this if you're an investor. Section 9. Navigating our economic universe. Why the multiplier matters today. Understanding the multiplier is crucial for navigating today's economic challenges. It helps us make smarter investment choices for a better future. In a green economy, investments in renewable energy create jobs and stimulate growth. The multiplier concept bolsters the case for bold investments. In economic slowdowns, the multiplier guides fiscal stimulus strategies. It supports households and businesses, accelerating recovery. The multiplier is a vital instrument, not a magic wand. It reminds us of our interconnectedness in the economic universe. No action is isolated. Decisions send waves of consequence. Understanding this power allows strategic economic planning. It shapes the destiny of communities, nations, and our planet. A cosmic perspective on everyday economics.